Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to do a tour of Photoshop Mix, which was recently released for Android. Now weirdly enough, this app is not available for tablets officially, which means you cannot download it from the Google Play Store, but you can get it on a tablet, as you can see, by installing the APK from apkmirror.com, which is basically a safe and legal way of installing APK files. It's just meant for people who live in countries where the Google Play Store is not available, or in for situations like this. Now, what's interesting about this application is that it is integrated with the Creative Cloud, so you can just log in and everything will be backed up automatically, and there is full integration. So up top you have my projects and the menu slider. And then in the bottom right corner is the floating action button. And when I press that, I get 4 options for importing photos. The first one is from your phone or tablet gallery. The second one is by making a picture, taking a picture with your camera. The third one is Creative Cloud. And the fourth one is import something from your library. But we're just gonna pick an image from the gallery. Now this is the image I chose because it's pretty good for demonstration. Now let's take a look at the options here at the bottom of the screen. We have Adjust, Looks, Cut Out, and Crop. So with Adjust we can do the basic stuff like exposure, contrast, clarity, and saturation, and there's also an auto fix option. If I press that, it just magically ruins your picture. Well, I think it really depends. Apparently it thought it was underexposed, which kind of agree on, but I don't know if this is the result I want. The red is now too red, so let's actually not do that. But yeah, maybe it can help in some pictures. Then obviously there is the options like exposure, and you just adjust that by swiping your finger on the screen from left to right. And the same goes for contrast, clarity, which is also pretty fun, and saturation. Wow. Okay, so this picture is now totally ruined. Let's not do that. And then the second option is looks. And it shows you a whole bunch of, well, filters basically. What is interesting is that you can also do selective edits by pressing that magic wand or whatever it is. And you can use basic selection or smart selection. Now if I choose basic selection, I can just select whatever and it just follows whatever my finger is selecting. And it applies the filter on that part of the photo, but I can also invert that so that the filter is applied on the rest of the photo except for that little part that I selected. Now there are options for the brush size and the feather as well. So then there is also smart selection, which lets me select and automatically finds out what I am selecting, which is pretty nice, as you can tell. Now the third option right here is cutout, which also has the same selection option. So I can use smart selection to select certain parts of that picture and it will automatically select those for me. And now I have this, and that's pretty interesting, so let's keep that. Now what I can do here, and it says that automatically, I can add a background image, so let's do that. Right, so I've added a background image right now, which is this nice picture of Rome, and I can basically move this around and adjust this by pinching. I can make it smaller, I can turn it and make it larger. And the same goes with this picture, which I need to touch before I can edit. So if I want to have only this part of the picture, I can do that. Now as you can tell, this is pretty powerful for like mobile editing. And then there are also options for cropping, which is pretty nice. It gives you a couple of presets. Obviously you can decide for yourself how you want to crop it, but you can also do square, which is pretty nice for, you know, that Instagram picture, or 16 by 9, and it will automatically adjust. You can obviously say how you want it, even turn the picture, adjust, and then crop it. So let's do that. I think this is absolutely the best picture I've ever edited. So, well, almost. So like I said, everything is automatically synced with your Adobe Creative Cloud account, or whatever that is called, but you can also tap share, and you can send it to Photoshop or Lightroom if you happen to have those. You can also save it to the gallery or even publish it. So yeah, it's a useful app, I think. It's pretty nice, but weirdly enough not officially available for tablets, and I'm sure that is going to change in the future. At least I hope, because with Adobe you never know. They didn't release their coolest apps on Android for a long time, but hey, it's a step in the right direction, right? So if you have any questions, make sure to ask them in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.